Assalamualaikum guys. For today, we are going to present to you guys about bulking agents. What is bulking agent? Bulking agent is food that designed for reduction. It increase the bulk, which will increase the sense of satiety, impart volume and also mass, without affecting its taste. Where you can find bulking agents? You can find bulking agents in a low-calorie diet foods like confections, beverage, and also yogurt. What is the example of bulking agent? Inulin, oligosaccharide, and also maltodextrin. Through this video, we will be able to discover the function of bulking agents, the types or classification of bulking agents, the number of groups which are in the bulking agents, and also you will discover the new additional info about the bulking agents.
Okay, I would like to talk about the function of bulking agent. Bulking agent can control the pH value. Bulking agent that can control pH value is rice husk, cow dung, and stardust. This bulking agent actually controlling the rate of biodegradation. For a better rate of biodegradation, the pH value is not too very basic or acidic, which is between 6 to 8. A bulking agent also can controlling the moisture. For example, bulking agent that can control the moisture is rice husk, sawdust, cotton waste, and maize straw. This moisture content will be more effective when it is between 55% to 65%. Okay, besides, bulking agent can control the aeration of air supply. This air supply can affect the rate of biodegradation as I mentioned before. Next, bulking agent can control the carbon to nitrogen ratio of compost material. The effective ratio of carbon to nitrogen compost is between 30 to 40. And lastly, bulking agent also can control the bulk density.
Now, I will explain the types of bulking agent in food industry. There are 4 types of bulking agent in food product. Firstly, natural. Secondly, soluble fiber. Thirdly, synthetic. Fourthly, insoluble fiber. For natural bulking agent such as starch are additive that increase the bulk volume of food without affecting its taste. Example of natural bulking agent are potassium bitartrate, sodium hydrogen carbonate, and aluminium potassium sulfate. For potassium bitartrate, that known as potassium hydrogen tartrate, is a byproduct of winemaking. In cooking, it is known as cream of tartar that help to increase the volume of egg foam and keep them bright and white. Otherwise, it is often added to baked products to help active the alkaline baking soda. For sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate is a white solid that is crystalline but often appears as a fine powder. And aluminium potassium sulfate used in water purification, dyeing, and baking powder. Secondly, of types of bulking agent is soluble fiber. It is type of fiber that dissolve in water and in so doing transform into a gummy and spongy mass that travel the length of gut on its own timetable. It is contribute to fecal bulk and able to hold into water. It generally in flesh of fruits, root vegetable, and cooked grain. Example of soluble fiber are beta-glucan in oats and barley, pectin in apple, and citrus fruits.
Okay, the third one of the types of bulking agent is synthetic bulking agent. Synthetic bulking agents are created in order to provide an optimal moisture, nutrients, and aeration for rapid composting of vegetable waste with minimal nuisance such as odors and flies. This is because synthetic bulking agents do not absorb any moisture nor decompose during composting process, so it can support the structure of the composting matrix. Thus, this will lead to a more rapid compositions, but with less production of odors. In addition, synthetic bulking agent could be recovered for use in subsequent composting trials. Okay, the next one is hydrolyzed seaweed gum. Hydrolyzed seaweed gum, or better known as seaweed hydrocolloids. Agar, alginate, and carrageenans are high-value seaweed hydrocolloids. Agar and carrageenan are obtained from red seaweeds, while alginates are obtained from brown seaweed. Carrageenans are often used as stabilizers, chilling agents, emulsifiers, besides thickeners in food and baking industries. However, recent research found that carrageenans can inhibit attachment of virus such as the human papillomavirus and dengue virus, while agar is used in food industry such as gelling agents, thickeners in creams, and also has function in pharmaceutical. In addition, agar is widely used in growth media for culturing bacteria for scientific research. For alginates, besides its function as thickeners, it also can be used as stabilizer. And furthermore, it is important also in the healthcare and pharmaceutical because it can be used as wound dressing.
Example of bulking agent. First is STA-like L19. Is a non-sweet maize-derived polysaccharide. It is an ideal bulking agent for reduced sugar and reduced fat formulation. Second is maltodextrin. It's similar to corn syrup but generally less sweet, and it is used as a bulking agent and sweetener in bakery products, cereals, dessert, meals, and snack food. And then polydextrose is a water-soluble, reduced-calorie bulking agent used as artificial sweetener and sweetener substitute. It is found application in low-calorie soft and hard candies, pudding and gelatin, and salad dressing. Last is Nutriose FM06, a water-soluble powder that used as soluble dietary fiber sauce, and is also used as bulking agent. Thank you.
Will tell you about the history of bulking agent in food. In 1980th century saw a trend toward launching a new reduced calorie or low calorie food products. The calorie and health conscious consumer was ready and many food manufacturers responded. Two approaches has been used to develop this new calorie food. First is the portion control, and second is the reduction or elimination of high calorie ingredients, primary sweeteners and fats. The concept of portion control has worked within certain market segments. However, the reduction of calorie contributing ingredients has received more attention. The food industry has invented a significant research effort into effective means of reducing fat content, lowering the level of sweetener solid and other nutritive carbohydrates. Major advancement has been made on non-calorie sweeteners. However, the majority of these alternative sweeteners are used as substantially lower level than the original sweetener. The loss in sweetener solid has become a major problem in reduced calorie product. Sugar provide more than sweeteners to food. When the sweetness of food containing sugar is replaced with high-intensity sweetness to reduce the calorie content, other key attributes are often sacrificed. For example, take the sugar away from ice cream or baked goods, and the remaining product appear quite different and are usually inferior. Accordingly, other ingredients are needed to make up missing properties. These ingredients are usually referred to as bulking agent because they provide the bulk of sugar. They are designed to restore the missing properties of sugar, namely bulk, reduced calories, and water solubility.
The leading bulking agent used for this purpose are polydextrose, inulin, FOS, resistant starch, and maltodextrin. Advantage of bulking agent is allergic reaction. It is possible to have an allergic reaction to any compound if your immune system considered it pathogenic or disease-causing. According to a study published in 2011, sensitivities or allergic reaction to food bulking agent may be pro-life rating, especially over the last 20 years. Furthermore, allergic reaction to with food bulking agent are usually mild, which is skin irritation, intestinal upset, or some breathing problems. Advantage of bulking agent is potential link to cancer. There are numbers of food bulking agent that relates to the cancer that have been linked to the cancer, at least in studies for animals, because they produce carcinogenic compound when they are metabolized, according to a Center for Science in Public Interest. That is a very controversial area, but the Food and Drug Administration maintains that there are no human research that justify removing of any of these chemicals from food, and any metabolized products from these compounds are low enough quantity to be harmless. Between natural and artificial additive. Some additives are manufactured from natural source such as soybean and corn, which provide lecithin to maintain product consistency, or beet, which provide beet powders used as food coloring. Other useful additives are not found in nature and must be man-made. Artificial additives can be produced and more economically with greater purity and more consistent quality than some of their natural counterparts. Whether an additive is natural or artificial has no bearing on its safety. Bulking agent was also used in cosmetic products like abalone shell powder, agave rigida leaf extract, alumina magnesium metasilicate. This tree is also used as a bulking agent for cosmetic. Agent was not only used in food but also in medical. As for in medical, it is excipient. It is a substance formulated alongside the active ingredient of a medication, included for the purpose of long-term stabilization. Bulking up solid formulation that contains potent active ingredients in small amount. This often refers to as bulking agent, filters, or diluents, or to confer a therapeutic enhancement on the active ingredients in the final dosage form, such as facilitating drug absorption, reducing viscosity, or enhancing solubility.
For the conclusion, hope all of you guys understand what is the bulking agent. After watching this video that discuss about the function, the types or classification, the number of group, and also the additional info that we can discover in the bulking agent. That's all from us. Thank you.